Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to say that it's an honor to be a presenter in the second International Economics and Business Conference, Universitas Muhammadiyah Makassar 2024. I am Nurhani as a part of the alter team of the study from the Faculty of Economic and Business, Universitas Muhammadiyah Sorong, West Papua, Indonesia. The title of the research that I will present today is The Influence of Liquidity on Capital Structure and Company Value in Transportation Companies During the COVID-19 Pandemic. And these are what our research has been looking at. Introduction. The impact of the COVID-19 pandemic in Indonesia, as reflected in data from the Indonesian Ministry of Finance reports, show the decline in business activity in the first quarter of 2020 compared to the previous quarter. This decline was substantial, reaching 7.79% compared to the fourth quarter of 2019. The transportation industry, particularly in Indonesia, has faced significant challenge due to the economic impact of COVID-19 pandemic, which brought about unprecedented restrictions on mobility, affecting business operations and revenue generation. This decrease in revenue coupled with increased operational costs due to new health protocols has forced many companies to restructure and rethink their strategies for survival. The primary objectives of this study are first to analyze the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on the financial performance of major transportation companies in Indonesia, specifically focusing on PT Garuda Indonesia, PT Bluebird, and PT Kereta Api Indonesia. Second, to examine the agency conflicts arising between shareholders and management within these companies during economic downturns and how these conflicts influence decision making and financial strategies. Third, to evaluate the effectiveness of financial strategies related to liquidity management, capital structure, and profitability in the transportation sector. Fourth, to assess the role of agency theory in guiding strategic adjustment made by these companies to mitigate economic impacts and improve resilience and shareholder value. Next, methodology. Data collection. This research is quantitative, utilizing a descriptive and verification-based approach. The descriptive approach aims to systematically, factually, and accurately describe the variables and phenomena being investigated. The study focused on transport companies listed on Indonesia Stock Exchange between 2019 and 2021. The population includes 46 transportation companies listed on IDX. Analysis techniques. To analyze the effect of liquidity on capital structure, the study used regression analysis. Liquidity or current ratio serves as the independent variable, or we say X, while capital structure debt to equity ratio is the dependent variable, or we say Y. Regression analysis will yield a regression coefficient B that reflects the extent to which change in liquidity impact capital structure. If the regression coefficient is positive and statistically significant, it indicates a positive relationship between liquidity and capital structure, and vice versa if the coefficient is negative. Validation. To ensure data reliability and result validity, the study used statistical tests to meet the assumptions of linear regression, including normality, linearity, and independence. Meeting these assumptions strengthens the reliability of the regression results and helps validate the relationship between liquidity, capital structure, and company value. Next, result and discussion. From the table 1, we see that the data highlights several financial setbacks in the transportation sector, where 4 out of 5 companies incurred substantial loss. PT Garuda Indonesia report the largest loss due to the pandemic's impact on passenger demand, experiencing a net loss of IDR 10.47 trillion. The only company to report a profit was PT Transcol Pacific, to its profit dropped significantly from previous years. Next result, the study reveals that the COVID-19 pandemic led to significant reductions in the PBV and DER ratios across transportation companies. These metrics provide insight into the financial health and attractiveness of these companies for investors. First is price book value, or as we say PBV. The average PBV in the sector was 0.77 in 2021, indicating that company share prices were lower than their book values. This suggests a reduction in the perceived value of these companies among investors, primarily due to the pandemic's negative impact on operations and profitability. Next, debt to equity ratio, or we say DER. The average DER for transportation companies was 1.03 in 2021, indicating that debt exceeded equity. This level of debt suggests the increased financial risk for the companies, as they may struggle to manage liabilities without adequate income from operations. Next, from the table 2, we see that the pre-pandemic PBV and DER values indicate a relatively stable environment in which most companies had a PBV above 1, suggesting a favorable outlook. The minimum PBV was reported by Garuda Indonesia in Q2 of 2020, while the maximum PBV was reported by Pelita Samudra in Q2 of 2021. Companies generally maintain a healthy DER level with an average of 0.7971, indicating lower reliance on debt. Next, the COVID-19 pandemic has amplified the importance of maintaining liquidity and optimizing capital structure to enhance resilience during crisis. Key implications include for investors, the reduced PBV and high DER indicate elevated risk, making it essential to assess a company's debt management strategies before investing. And then for legislators, policy interventions may be necessary to support struggling transportation companies, particularly those unable to maintain adequate liquidity. And for creditors, high DER values suggest potential caution for lenders, as the sector's financial health remains compromised post-pandemic. Next conclusion. The study investigates the influence of liquidity on capital structure and firm value within the transportation sector during the COVID-19 pandemic. Utilizing a comparative approach, liquidity was measured by assessing current asset against current liabilities, while firm value was determined using the price book value formula, and capital structure was evaluated by comparing long-term debt to shareholder equity. The findings reveal a significant negative impact, indicating that increase in liquidity during this period, relative to prior period, led to declines in firm value. Furthermore, the research highlights that profitability affects firm value among transportation companies listed on the Indonesia Stock Exchange during the pandemic. Although rising profits were observed, their influence on firm value diminished when mediated by capital structure. The study emphasized that lower external funding needs do not correlate with fluctuations in capital structure or firm value. A notable limitation is that the analysis utilized data only from 2019 to 2021, suggesting that a longer time frame could enhance the validity of future findings. That's all my presentation today. Thank you very much for your kindly and quick attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.